Hi! Hello! First things first, did you notice that beautiful new thumbnail with an incredible logo and design? We have to thank Colby Nichols for sharing with us that amazing fan-made Dragonlance logo, and our beloved Juanin for creating that beautiful new thumbnail for all of our previous episodes of this campaign and the remaining ones as well, of course. If you want to find more information about these wonderful artists, don't forget to check this video's description. You can find more information about them there. Yeah, exactly, down below. With that being said, welcome to Average Roll. Welcome back to Average Roll, everybody. We're a group of Chilean gamers, and this is our high-level 5e Dragonlance campaign, which started with the characters at 11th level, but we're currently at 14th. Can you believe that craziness? 14th level. How many campaigns can you say, that are currently out there, 14th level, people doing craziness? Before we begin with our game proper though, please allow me a chance to talk to my fellow players and see how they've been doing since we last played, starting with you, Alejandro. How you been doing?
Pretty good. I don't know, working hard on my work and playing games on the side.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Yeah, a little Raven told me that you've been up, printing some 3D stuff.
Yeah. I bought a 3D printer, a resin 3D printer, and I'm printing the characters from our campaigns.
Yeah,
or trying to do.
It's so cool. Yeah,
they are coming pretty cool so far. So yeah, doing that. Maybe we can do some showcase someday. Those are models from Hero Forge, so I don't know. I still wanna gush about our characters, so yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe we do, maybe we don't. Who knows?
That could be cool. Like, this is my character. Let me talk about them, for a while.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Daniel, how about you?
I've been okay. Still tired, but work has been easing off, so that's nice.
Yes.
And considering minis, this may change in the future as I go back and think, maybe change some things for the printing.
Oh yeah. That makes you think about it, doesn't it? Like when we design for just use the images, it's like, yeah, cool, but then okay, I have to use this mini now, or I have to have it, so now I have to think about it a little bit more. Thank you so much. Jose, how about you?
Fine here. A lot of work from my part. It's been
I know
months, but everything is looking fine, and I have a very, very emotional news from my part. Yesterday, I transformed myself in an aunt.
Yeah, you became an uncle. That's
an uncle.
So cool.
I'm sorry, an uncle. Not
it's
an aunt.
okay.
Not an aunt.
It's okay.
An uncle. Yeah.
Don't misgender yourself.
Well, who knows?
Yesterday he born, so right now I'm very, very happy. I'm still not meeting, so I'm looking for meet my
nephew.
My nephew next week. So
first nephew, yeah, I'm so happy for you.
So in a couple years in the future, hi Rafael.
Exactly, yeah. This is your uncle here, playing with his crazy friends, make believe.
And I'm sorry.
Awesome. That's good. It's a good policy. And last but not least, poor Patty, how are you doing? Hanging in there.
I'm really ill, but with a lot of ganas to play D&D. So here we are. Yeah.
Such a hero. You're a true hero, like in real life, a heroine coming here to play. Okay, everybody. So we haven't played in a while, not as long as last time though. But I don't know if you have any questions or doubts. Anything you don't remember about our last session, or should we jump straight into the action?
Do we get a long rest? I can't remember.
We fell asleep. We were attempting, I think, a short rest.
Yep, you were attempting a short rest.
But we fell asleep, so we don't know about what we are getting. So hold on that button.
Yeah, not yet, but coming, maybe coming. Who knows? It may happen, it may not.
For transparency, everyone know that I'm a multi-class. So right now I'm level 40, 11 rogue, 3 sorcerer.
40, damn.
So
14, yeah.
Yeah,
that was true. So yeah, that is true. I don't know. Anybody else has any questions in this case? No, ready? I'm still going to do the recap, of course, but this is just auto game in case you have like any doubts about anything. Nope.
I think we're ready from my part.
I think we're ready then, yeah. So okay, everybody. As always, now that we've finished with our pre-game chat, let's go back to the action of Dragonlance: Summer of Change. Intro. After finding the city of Gotham and defeating and escaping its master, the so-called Archon of Acquiescence, our brave heroes reached the abyssal realm dedicated to the Dark Queen herself. There they faced great dangers, met a new companion, and enlisted the help of one legendary wizard called Raisley Magier in finding the first of 3 keys they need to collect. These keys are the only way for them to access the secret abode of the gods, to find out the truth of why they haven't involved themselves in the current struggle of mortals on Krynn against the Knights of Takhisis, who are about to submit all peoples under their iron fist. In the aftermath of the gruesome battle with the Dark Realm's gatekeeper, Abarak the Pain Master, the heroes left the Abyss, and when presented with a chance to choose a neutral realm to travel to for their next step in their journey, they decided on to go to the home of the Veiled Maiden, Lunitari, patroness of the Red Robed Mages. Upon arriving there, they encountered a beautiful, lush pine forest that you can see now on your screens, and they had some conversations, and they thought about just resting for a little bit, and then all of them, one by one, fell into a deep slumber. And that's where we're going to resume our adventures. So, all of you are rudely awakened by some kind of a jolt of energy. And as you look around you, you are in the same forest you were before, but now everything around you is lit with this sort of like pale blue electric light that is illuminating these, seemingly giant mushrooms, the mushrooms that are around you. And right in front of you, you can see once again the dreaded form of the Archon of Acquiescence. And the Archon has one of its appendages raised up, pointing towards you, but somehow it is not moving. It is standing still. Besides the Archon, there are 2 figures wearing red robes. A young man and another what looks like a young woman. The woman looks like an elvish woman, has pointed ears, is a little bit taller and lighter than the male figure, and both of them seem to be casting a spell as well. And the Archon with another one of their appendages are touching both of them. So basically, both of them are being touched, and then all of this seems to be frozen in time. In the middle of all of you, there is a red-robed figure that is hands extended, and then she moves around you, and now you can see she pulls off her hood, and she has like short red hair, and she looks at you and says, "Are you all right?"
We are. What is going on?
You tell me. I don't know what's going on here. And then she turns towards you, Karas, and says, is this creature with that one? And she's pointing towards the Archon.
No.
He's with us.
Yeah.
Long story. It seems we don't have time to explain.
Are you one of the Khalizati? She says.
Does that sounds like something we should know?
Good question. I want going to ask the same.
Go ahead. Yeah, I would say both of you if you want to roll for a history check.
Oh no!
I would say Haldrath, you roll with advantage.
Oh, fine. This is something I should know.
Yeah, kind of. Or you could know.
Okay. Decent, I guess. 16.
That's
10
pretty
plus
good.
6.
10.
Okay, how about you? 10, okay. In your case, Karas, that is, once again, it's kind of like, I should know this. Like, you kind of remember something, but there's like nothing on your, and like your sister is like looking around like very fiercely, like about to engage, and both like both the Mender and your other friend, they're both, you know, like basically they're like kind of, you know, Belmont, both of them are like, you know, kind of hidden behind her at this moment. You, Aldreth, you seem to remember like some stories, and you don't know why, but the words are not the same, but it's like it reminds you a little bit of Kaz the Minotaur, the friend of Huma, and that's kind of what you remember, and that's about it.
And
which once again in Solabnik legendary is like, you know, this was this one legendary knight, one of many, but perhaps the most famous, in whom a Dragonbane had a companion which is legendary as well, which was Kaz the Minotaur, that basically, you know, was very against type because it was a Minotaur that fought with the good people against the armies of the Dark Queen thousands of years ago. So that's what you know about this situation currently.
And the word Kalisathi is like, are you something like that? Like people of Kaz?
You get that sort of kind of, the word is Casalati, by the way. Casalati, yeah. Let me double check. I'm gonna double check now because my mind is like, my memory is not as good as it once was.
Of course. The people that I should know, I don't know.
Once again, this is not the type of thing that you would have been taught unless you had, yeah, that's the correct name, by the way, I think.
Castellari.
Yeah, Castellari. So, and yeah.
I'm going to nod.
This woman, by the way, is like late 40s, early 50s from the looks of it. Like her hair is like has some like strands of gray on the sides, some of them even white. She looks human though, and the accent is Solamnic, by the way.
Yeah,
you could recognize that, Halbert, for sure. Actually, you would go as far as to say like Solamnic and Palanthian. This is an accent from Palanthas.
I take you are Orista of Solanthos.
How have you come to know that name?
We have time to explain later. Your companions seem to be in trouble. That creature is coming after us.
Not me, him.
My companions, if I am right about what that creature is, my companions are lost. And you are as well. I have been able to keep them for now in that stasis trap, in that temporal trap, but it won't last long. Let's go into the tower and discuss then what information you may have. And then she like basically puts the hoodie on and then she starts walking towards the tower.
From what I understand, she froze the Archon and the two mages.
Yep.
And the mages were about to be attacked by the creature.
Yeah.
All right.
I had no choice. She says, almost like reading your thoughts. I had no choice. My friends had. They were too rushed to protect you. They had too much of the meekness of good in their hearts. And they paid for it.
We can still save them. We need to talk, and then we can deal with this creature.
We defeated it once before. If we can be ready for its release, we can intervene and help your friends.
Yeah.
Repay their sacrifice.
She looks at you and says, excuse me, revered son of Paladine, but such creatures cannot be defeated. The only thing you've done is to slow it down a little bit.
Indeed. We could slow it down enough to perhaps rescue your friends.
I hope so. We will have to see.
Elena, question about my
Yes.
my companions. They look scared.
No,
they were
now
chilling
actually,
behind my sister.
yeah, both but Belmont and the Mender were like, kind of afraid at first, and now, but mainly you can see now probably because of the Archon, and now, and your sister's like now like moving like beside you, with a very much of a like this kind of energy of like, I know what I'm doing, although she doesn't, because you don't. So it's like, if she knew, you would. So it's one of those, like, yeah. So
Okay.
yeah, exactly.
For a minute, I thought that maybe these mages can see them, or there was something strange in that.
So far as you can, the mage, she hasn't mentioned anything, but it could be a possibility. So you will have to see.
Okay, Keras won't say anything. He's only...
Anybody wants to say or do anything as we're walking towards the tower?
Did we manage to have a short rest?
Oh, actually, you get the benefit of a long rest.
Perfect.
Yeah, let's
Wow.
go.
You wake up very well
Frost that
rested.
creature. Let's fight it.
Yeah, right now.
Too much meat.
Right now, yeah, we're ready.
So Keras will absent-mindedly ask to the group who was responsible for the guard last time.
I think we all were.
That's
I
what
wasn't.
I thought.
Oh.
We
Do
fought.
not blame yourselves too much, says Arista. Like she's like the first one in the group by now. I'm moving ahead. The Kadothan Grove does not forget or forgive anybody.
I'm sorry. What? The qué? The what?
The trees.
Oh.
You don't know where you are, don't you? Well, you seem like young people to me. You are in the Kadothan Grove that surrounds the mighty Crimson Keep. Welcome to Daltigoth, one of the towers of high sorcery that are gone from the world. I'm gonna put this here because, language and weird words. Daltigoth, and this is called the Crimson Keep.
I think my health got bugged.
What was her name? Daltigoth?
Yeah, she is Orista of Salanthus, yes. Yeah, that's her name.
Arista.
Orista, yeah, with double R.
Okay. Do we all know what is the Crimson Keep, or is like more
No,
knowledge?
this is like Arcana, like that would be hard, and History would be like super hard. If you want to roll, you're able to.
But, yeah, I think you would have heard of the Towers of High Sorcery. Like it's,
Yeah.
But once again, the ones that you know are the ones in Palanthas and the one in Wyreth, which
we
is the
know
one that
that
is.
a lot of them disappeared, but we
Yeah.
don't know what did.
You don't know how many or when, but you know at least the one closest actually to your homeland, Moonsong. That's the Tower of Wyreth, and then there's the one in Palanthas, which was abandoned for a long time. Actually, it was only restored 30 years ago or so by Raistlin Magir. Actually, before that it was abandoned. So it was cursed, and there were many stories about it. So yeah, definitely, and those are the only two towers left in the world. But according to legend, there were many at some point in history. Okay, so after, does anybody want to say or do anything in the situation? Anything you want to ask, Orista? Anything you like?
How long do we have until that creature can move again?
It depends. I would say maybe an hour, perhaps less. The creature is actually still moving, just incredibly slow. And it's kind of trying to counteract my magic. But I'm being helped by the grove as well. I'm not alone in keeping it as it is. And yeah.
In the light that we are pressured for time, we came here looking for you, actually. We are not from this plane. We are from the living world, material plane.
I can see.
We are trying to reach the gods. I don't know if you are aware of the situation in the material world right now.
Not as much as I would like, but, and when she says but, there's like a sound of like an earthquake type going, and for a moment, like, you know, the whole world around you start to shake and groan, and then she like grabs basically one of the tree trunks, and she looks around, and you can see like she's mumbling like very like, you know, quietly counting.
Mm-hmm.
And then the movement stops, and she says, "It has indeed grown longer. This is not good. This is not good at all."
Have you received words of your mistress, Lunitari?
As far as I can tell, my mistress is not here.
Yeah, she is fighting a long fight alongside the rest of the gods.
And many of my brethren have disappeared. Most of the inhabitants of the tower are now gone. There were only a few of us left.
Do you know where they are now?
I haven't been able to contact them. I've been trying to use my powers, but divination is not one of my expertise. So I do not know. I cannot perceive them afar. And the Maid of Illusions doesn't answer my pleas for help or connection.
It is the same in the material world and God's home. The Right Lady and the rest of the gods can answer the prayers right now. We are on a mission to reach them so we can, well, help with whatever situation they are dealing with, so they in turn can help us to save the world from the clutches of the forces that are conquering everything right now.
I understand. Okay, we're here. Let's go inside. And she basically, what you see is a beautiful, as I described before, beautiful red tower. Once again, seemingly made out of stone or even like some kind of metal, because it's very shiny. And then, you know, at the top you see like there's like some other kind of menhirs, this kind of standing stones, white standing stones around it at the top, and then at the center of it there's like another mini tower, so to speak, which is black in color. And that's what you were able like to see so far. And then she basically touches the wall, and seemingly out of nowhere, like a doorway opens. So yeah. And actually, I'm gonna share the image with you in our chat, private chat, because I don't think I shared this with you before, but It's good to have it again. Just a reminder. Okay, so she goes inside, and immediately some torches light up, like seemingly out of nowhere, and she takes off like her overall, which was with a hood and everything, and puts it, basically lets it drop, and seemingly something immaterial catches it and puts it on some kind of hook on the side, and she keeps on walking, and she says, would you like something to eat or to drink?
I'm gonna look to my companions.
Water, please.
To eat or to drink?
You can have both if you need to.
Give me something strong.
I'm good, thank you.
I think I have some wine from your lands. And she says, looking at you, Keras, and then she half smiles, and then she speaks to you in the language of your people, Moonsong, and she says, anything that I can offer you, lady from the Plainsfolk?
Well, Musong was really uncomfortable because, like, people of the plains, they don't trust a lot of magic. But she's like trying to be really polite. So she's surprised and gratified to hear her language. So she says, whatever you have available, water and some bread, maybe.
She says, excuse my poor language. I haven't used it in a very long time.
You speak very well. I appreciate it.
She nods. And then she says, if you're okay with it, I think we should have our conversation in my private chambers. I can do some other things while we'll talk. And then she moves towards once again, as you're walking down this hallway, you see it's like inside there's a very beautiful stone. Probably for those of you who have a little bit more know, actually, I think Belmont would say this, says, that looks like dwarf masonry. This is amazing. And yeah, you can see like this dwarven masonry around you, very beautiful. And then as you reach the center, out of this hole, you see like many connecting holes, and in the center there's other standing stones, and there is like this beautiful sort of like inner garden. And in the garden you can see that there are some circles that have some runes or sigils on the floor, which seem to be like carved on them. And around it looks like once again like an inner garden in a courtyard. So it has like trees, and you can see but as she approaches it, she looks towards you and says, do not be mistaken, it is not real. And then she goes into it, and then you can see that she touches a couple of them, and then they start lighting up, and there's like a circle, and she gets and says, this way please, for you to go into the circle.
Very impressive trick.
I'm gonna step into the circle.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to.
She nods and says, illusion is our specialty. And then you feel like you are being like unmade for a moment, and then you are being made back again. It's like a very uncomfortable sensation, and I don't know if you've ever been teleported before in your lives, but it's like a very disturbing sensation of like being pulled apart and then pulled together like in one.
I presume
like...
this is a first for Halra.
Okay, sure.
Aside from traveling to different planes, I guess.
Yep. Okay. So now you are all of a sudden in the middle of a very large room, bookshelves everywhere, and you can see scrolls and books. There's like a smell of dust in the air, like of stilled air. It's like air that hasn't received that hasn't been basically moved around much in some time. And you can see like a long table filled with flasks and sort of experimental liquids of all colors. There's like some bubbling, some of them are bubbling, some of them are like in pots. There are some fires going, and she starts walking around, looking at some of them, and there are many books that are open, and there are quills and ink everywhere, and she starts, like making notes as she moves along, and then she goes towards like a large telescope, and then she observes for a little bit, and then she makes some extra notes as well. And yeah, that's and then she goes to a distiller, and she starts, like moving some things around, and she says, I forgot. And then she says some magic words, and in the middle of the room, like a table appears, and you see like there's like a bottle of wine that looks like wine from the islands, Keros, like I'm maybe from Mythos or Kothas, and there's like some water, bread, and like some extra stuff that you can basically eat, like some cheese and some like ham there as well, and some fruits and vegetables as well.
Carol will start going for the fruits, and the vegetables will be very away of the ham,
Cool.
and take the wine. I haven't drink this in a long time. That's right. Moonsong and never saw Keras. He will be away of everything meat related.
Right.
It's a vegetarian minotaur.
This is the... I don't know how to say it, but Keras hasn't been on the Isles for a while, right?
I haven't... Since you meet Keras, he haven't been in the island.
On the Isles, yeah.
And I believe... No, I believe that since everyone meets him.
Yeah.
Yeah. What before? So he's drinking. I think that Keras will put another glass near to him, to his sister,
Sure.
just as a symbol.
As a symbol, yeah. And she looks at it, and like she says, "How does it smell? Is it good?"
It's the best wine in a long time.
I would kill for that right now. And then like the mender tries like to touch her shoulder, like there, and she turns around and kills her with her stare, like, touch me again and you will lose your arm. It's kind of stare. So yeah. And she says, "We don't have much time," says Orista. "Speak now. Tell me what you need of me, and let's try to make the most out of it."
We need you to guide us to the portal to the upper planes. We know it should be here somewhere. We came from the abyss to this place.
We fought a demon.
Okay. I'm not going to say anything because I haven't seen anybody from the living world and ever, so I'm going to assume that you're telling the truth. It is surprising, though, I have to say. Surprising indeed.
Yeah, we came here, like I said, looking for you. Your story was the only one that I could remember for someone that could serve as a guide in this airplane.
Oh, so you are indeed a knight, but I've never seen one of your kind that was a knight.
Times change, I guess.
Yes,
That's is like I would like to say, but not everyone's agree.
Do not worry, I am a rebel myself, so we will get along very well. I deeply disappointed my mother when I decided to become a red robe instead of turning into a mighty knight of Solamnia. So I guess we were both disappointments to our parents in a way.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Okay, well, that is something. It is what it is. I suppose everywhere must be difficult. It's interesting because maybe your mission and my investigation are not separate. I've been investigating these tremors and occurrences for a while now, and I have a hypothesis that there must be something going on, that the moon is decaying somehow. It is being torn apart by forces which I do not understand or know about, and the Red Lady isn't here to help me, so I think you could definitely be helpful in that sense.
We came here to aid her. So, if by aiding you, we are being an aid to her, I think it's the same.
I would hope that I am. I do not know though, because things have been difficult and I do not know her mind. Do you know anything of these occurrences? Any data you could provide that could, let's say, improve my hypotheses, or maybe give it, maybe discard some of the variables that I've been considering?
About the tremors.
Yes, I imagine that they are connected with whatever it is that you are dealing with now. Oh, speaking of, do you know what you're dealing with? The creature outside, I mean, the one that I trapped.
I'm going to turn to Yona.
Yeah, I forget what if the name we have is its name or if it's a descriptor of what it is.
Yes.
The arbiter?
Yeah,
both is good. The Arcane of Acquiescence, yeah, both.
Yeah.
Technically, that's both like the term and like it's like
Could
the
be
name.
this related about the fact that as the creature left God's home and God's home began to, I don't know, disintegrate.
Break apart.
It's occurring the same here.
Yep, you remember
Because
that.
this is, I don't know if this is a proper afterlife or maybe not, or I don't know.
Yeah.
Because we didn't see something similar in the Abyss, right?
No,
No.
the Abyss was awful, like, but without any tremors. or anything like that.
Maybe these planes are sustained from different stuff. I don't know. I'm just a knight. I hit stuff.
Before I left the
Material plane?
The
plane,
Yeah.
Matter plane?
did I notice some change in the moons and the stars or something?
You remember that the last night you were there, when you reached Palanthas and when you went into the tower and everything that happened there, you look at the sky and no moon was there when you left. But you know what? Give me a survival check. And only you, because you are like amazing. Everybody else wouldn't notice this. So
I'm
go
going to
ahead
roll
and
my dice.
yeah, sure.
23.
Okay, awesome.
Ooh.
You know exactly where each moon should be every night of the year because you are a hunter, like that good of a hunter. For you, it's like part of the trade. You looked at the sky and neither Lunitari nor Solinari, that is to say the red moon or the silver moon, the white moon, none of them were there. They could not be seen
So
when
I relay
last
this
you left.
before I left the material plane, which was recently. Lunitary and what was it?
Solinari, yeah.
Solinari wasn't weren't in the
like-
sky where they should have been.
What? That is not possible.
Because
no.
Nuitari is only seen on a special day, right?
Yeah, only on the night of the eye for everybody, and the black robes are supposed to be able to see it at all times.
Yeah.
She immediately goes towards the telescope, and then she starts moving it around. And then she's like, no. This is not possible. And then she looks at some numbers, starts looking at some of the engines of the telescope, and looks again. And then she looks towards you, and she's terrified.
When I talked to Lunitari, she was pretty. I don't know how to say. Emphatic about the fact that her powers were waning.
Magic has been weird.
Where we're supposed to be. You are on the moon right now. I should be able to see Kryn from here. And I can't.
What?
We are not. Take a look for yourself.
I'm gonna take a look.
You see... Give me a perception check. This is very, very hard, though. I'm gonna tell you right away. But maybe you can roll super well, and then, who knows.
Okay, 16 plus something.
Okay,
I'm
cool.
not
Yeah.
that perceptive, but maybe
it's
I
okay.
am.
Yeah.
20, dirty 20. But
No, did you want to? Okay, sure. You look at it, and for a moment, you get this feeling of like, am I looking at this right? Because the only thing you see is like blackness, some kind of a velvety darkness that you cannot really penetrate with your eyes. But as you become a little more accustomed to the device, you see that you are in fact looking at something very, very far away, but there is nothing there. Basically, you're looking at nothingness. As much as you could describe nothingness in a way, or seeing it.
I'm going to look at Jonah. Could this be related to the Archon of Acquiescence following us through the plains? Or is it for the battle that the gods are having right now?
I believe it's the battle. The gods are retreating from the world.
Are we still on time?
What time was that? She looks at you, Karos. What time did you have?
About the game, I can't remember. It's been a long time.
It was yes, okay. It was you needed to reach Götterdämmerung and figure all of this out before summer solstice, before basically the morning of the 21st.
But that was more about the High Clerics Tower falling to.
That was true. That was why it was that was the timeline regarding that. But that's the only timeline you have.
I will replay that. You say the
summer solstice. The before the morning before dawn of the summer solstice.
Before dawn of the summer solstice.
She turns around and goes to like touches one of the walls, and the wall seems to be basically disappear, and then she grabs like a very intricate machine, like it's like maybe I don't know, it's like 6 feet by like 3 feet, and it's like a lot of engines and things, and she puts it on the table, and then she looks at it, and then she starts like moving some gears on it. She says, it is 2 minutes to midnight in the material world as we speak, on the night of the 20th, coming on to the 21st. You have 5 hours and change before it dawns.
5 hours.
Fuck!
Yes.
We don't have any.
5 hours. How much time has been on this mission?
Technically, you now think that you've been at this since you entered Götterdämmerung, like basically 24 hours in real time, more or less.
And when we enter God's home, how much time do we have at that time?
You had basically a day left, a day and change, and now you have only the change left.
All right.
You seem to be troubled. I would imagine that you would have means to reach back whenever you wanted to. Well, after finishing your mission, I imagine.
I'm going to look at Jonah. You said about something about a planar travel or something?
Yes, it's if I retain the strength, I can take us back.
Time is of the essence.
5 hours.
We can help you here, but we need your help so we can reach the upper planes.
I understand. Okay, let me think. And she starts like looking, like basically grabbing books from the shelves and starts reading very quickly, then dropping the books, and the books fall to the ground and like some more dust comes up, and she keeps on reading, like grabbing a book, grabbing another one, then she starts, moving her hands, and some books are being pulled out of the shelves without any hands doing so, and she's like reading and dropping them. It says,
Mage Hand recover all the books that are in the floor and putting it on that table.
At some point she looks like at you and like she's like surprised and about to say something. It's like no time, and then she keeps on going, like grabbing stuff and reading, and then she says, okay, and then she grabs a book, puts it on the table, and she says, okay, I have some good news and some bad news. Which one would you like to know first?
Give us the bad news.
Bad news is that I cannot lead you to the sanctum of the lady before we defeat the creature that is hunting you.
That is not bad news. We are planning to deal with that anyway.
I have good news though. I think I found a way to end the creature's menace once and for all.
That is excellent news.
However, I do not have the means to do it, but I'm gonna say maybe you do, who knows. You've told me weirder things. You need to defeat it again, and then you need to cast the wish spell.
That is the use of the wish spell that we have.
I don't know, up to you. This is me like running the game. I'm just saying.
Wait, remind me how that we have access to a wish spell?
Scroll of wish.
A scroll.
You have a scroll of wish.
Yeah.
People are getting hurt by this creature. If we are continue to this journey, others are going to be on its way.
Agreed.
And he will be a pain in our travel too.
We have the means then. We finish the creature, and you take us to the place.
Bit of meta. I'm actually gonna check and see if by the rules we could cast wish.
I say overrule that. Yeah, you can cast it anyway. You're not supposed to be able to, but those rules are stupid. Like I rebel against those rules. I would say that any spellcaster can try it, like more or less certainly, and rogues, because I'm old school, can try that as well, like with a very good percentage, and everybody else can just try, and it's gonna be maybe a 50-50. But anybody can use a scroll. Otherwise, it's like, why are they in the game? Like I'm
a spellcaster too.
Technically, yeah. So yeah, but I think rogues used to have like the ability to use scrolls, like back in like first edition and second edition, and so. Sorry, that's me. I think something happened here. Sorry for the loud sounds.
It's all right. So, is there anything else before we need to prepare to face our pursuer?
Question.
Go ahead.
You gave me an arrow of
Celestial slaying.
okay, Celestial.
Yes.
Yeah.
But basically, and then do you mention this or do you say anything to Warista?
Yes, I say I don't know if this is going to work, but I have these arrows.
Oh, nice enchantment. Where did you find these? These look old.
In the abyss.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why I asked. I'm sorry.
On our previous encounter with the creature, it opened with a meteor swarm. I'm not certain that we can spread out enough that we won't all be subjected to that. The other option is we all stick close to Haldrath to have a slightly higher chance of survival.
Do you have any kind of means to reduce the damage from the meteors?
Excuse me 1 second. I'll be back. I tried to finish. I tried to close my curtain and see what happens.
A small break. Or we can discuss a strategy here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do we have absorb elements or fire shield or something? That is fire damage, right?
I can prepare
Or
it.
bludgeoning?
I have
Yeah,
absorb
it's
element for me, and I have
Fire and
evasion.
bludgeoning.
Fire and bludgeoning. Well, we can do...
Sorry, I seem to have a helicopter outside of my apartment. I don't know what is going on.
We can do shit about the bludgeoning, but about the fire, maybe we can.
What were you saying again? Can we repeat this? Because Moonsong said something that I say there, and then I think you said something else, and I didn't catch that because of the loud noise.
We was asking for methods to.
Oh, yeah. Don't ask about the meteor swarm.
Yeah, I was telling that and ways to prepare against it.
I have a absorb element for me. I can't remember if the meteor swarm was a dex save or
I could
not.
try to counter that spell. But
That will be interesting.
but it wouldn't be certain. There's a possibility that I failed, but I have the means to do so.
That seems the more the safer bet.
I think it's better to have a possibility to fail instead of a secure fail.
I have to warn you though. I think this creature is not acting as it should. As I was reading, this creature is supposed to be a servant of the High God.
Yes, it appears to have been corrupted. We could not, when first we faced it, remove this corruption or alter its behavior.
It didn't hear to any reason.
I don't understand. Where did you encounter such creature? These creatures are not supposed to be here or anywhere near Kryn. Our world.
We were in God's home, beginning our journey, trying to find the gods.
That would make a little bit more sense. But and you, Moonsong, that you are about the planes a lot, is yeah, she's right, because according to mythology, the idea is that the High God summoned the original three gods. That would be sorry, I was going to say the wrong name. Paladine, and Takhisis and Gillian, and the three of them basically built reality with their brethren and with friends and with their descendants, and basically the High God disappeared. They are not supposed to be within reach, and neither are their servants. So this indeed is like this creature in the terms that in this case that that she's describing, this creature is it's not part of this world, as it is. It's not part of this world or any of the surrounding worlds, and she says, the these arrows may be helpful because this creature is to an extent imbued with the power of divinity. So they should be useful.
You can
I
try.
think. I am not sure, but that is as much as I can tell you.
So you can say that we can. Because I have also protection from evil and good, and I can say that you are protected against certain type of creatures, for instance, celestials.
Yeah, I think that should work. Yes. So the creature must be destroyed, and then the spell must be cast to basically wish it to never have existed.
Can we change the wish for
How so?
for it,
Restore it back to God's home. Maintain that plane.
restore it back to normal, away from the corruption?
You could try, but
It's a gamble.
if you don't know what corrupted it, it may get corrupted again. I would say that the safer bet would be to just unmake it.
But it's if unmake it, what happened with Godhorn? Hold.
We don't know if it's still in existence. If merely the departure of the creature already means it's destroyed. Do we remember from when we were there? Like, we warned the people who were
inhabitants,
living in
yeah.
God's home to.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Did
but
we know that-
Tom was pretty fucked.
But
Yeah.
yeah, but was it like as soon as the Archon left, it would cease to exist, or would it start to collapse? Like,
What is basically the idea that you got was that it would start to collapse. Like what basically what Menesha told you, which was this cleric that you were close to. They told you that it would start to collapse. Basically, that was like the way it would work. It would start to collapse, and now you don't know how long the Archon has been gone, because it's only now that the Archon has basically caught up to you. So you have that to consider. Maybe it took longer for the Archon to reconstitute itself. So it depends. Yeah, but that's the situation.
We don't know if it got here like directly or passed through the abyss.
Exactly. Yeah.
If there are if there are another, that accent in English is hard. If there isn't another option available, I don't think that we can change that.
Daniel, Jose, do you remember what was the AC from the Archon?
No.
Daniel? It was
I
high,
feel like
right?
around 20.
Yeah.
All right.
Good memory.
So, yeah.
Good memory.
In more meta stuff, like we have banishment that we could use. There's other things. There's planar binding and things like that, but they're probably not going to work.
I think Orista would be nice enough and would tell you that trying to cast magic on this creature is a very hard proposition, because the creature is basically made to not be immune to magic, but basically it is made of such a powerful magic that is about destroying magic. Like that's what the creature is truly about.
Okay, let's get on position. We have to fight this creature, and we have to save your colleagues. Let's get outside. I need to prepare some stuff before we begin the fight.
I really thank you for your help. Okay. So I'm going to say that what thing I'm going to use. Okay, yep, I think this is good. Sure. It's an A. Okay, so would you like for us to go back to the map so you
Yeah,
can
sure.
basically prepare yourselves for what's gonna happen?
Sure.
Sure.
I mean, as far as I know, we've never left. Yeah.
Jonah, do you have a shield or something?
Yeah, that is true.
Protection
Excellent.
from energy can help against a single person. I think bless.
No.
On
A
everybody.
regular shield.
Oh, I have a really nice shield. I have a sentinel shield. Yes.
Not for me. A regular shield.
A regular shield. I might have a regular shield.
Oh,
If you have it, lend it to me.
I do not. I have a mace. I have
Oh,
and a
no.
crossbow and a light crossbow. But I am not carrying my old shield.
I don't
Apologies.
have a shield, I think. Inventory. I do have a shield.
Yeah,
Thank you, starting the equipment.
exactly.
Love it. Sure.
I'm going to don my shield. I'm going to wield Stormclaw.
Okay, cool.
And I'm going. Before that, I'm going to cast a Find Greater Steed.
Okay.
I want Dragonette again. This time, asking the plea to Lunitari because I have Paladin in front of myself, and we are on her plane.
Yeah.
So
Sure.
I don't know how it changed its appearance, but I'm going to offer to take this. Maybe this will help you to stay away from danger. It's going to listen to your every command.
Sorry, what did you cast?
Find Greater Steed,
Find
Okay. Yeah.
and I want the special option of the Dragonette.
So here's the problem. The Dragonette is going to die with the first meteor swarm. So I think
Not if you get away and flying and in a different position from us. Is like, I don't know, 60 feet of flying speed? If it dies,
Yeah.
it dies.
And no, and you can action to dash and move, so you can do twice that speed on one turn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thing is, meteor swarm is like, I feel like it's 120 feet, and each meteor is like 40 foot wide.
Can you remind me if Meteor Swarm was Dex?
It is a dex save.
Yes.
The problem is it's like a DC 19 or 20 or something.
I don't
is the
care.
problem.
I can.
Or I have Death Ward.
Yeah, I think Death Ward is. I'm going to be using Death Ward on at least 3 of you. If you can give a Death Ward to someone else as well. Yeah.
Do
I think
you
that's
think
going to be
that
more
Death
useful.
Ward is going to be more useful than Greater Steed for you?
Yes. Particularly
Okay.
because if you use Death Ward, I don't have to use a 5th level slot for Death Ward on other people.
Yeah. Okay. So in the map now is the two basically the two wizard, the two red robes, which are here, and this is where the Archon is, and you can now position yourselves wherever you want. And the only thing that Orista tells you is to stay away from the from these light blue electric mushrooms, because these are the sources of the temporal stasis spell.
Okay.
So try to
So right here, where am I? It's bad idea.
yeah, basically yes, because the field is like it's a field that it goes around this thing, so you cannot really be there unless you want to enter the there too.
Oh,
It's like a 20 feet thing around these. But let me see if I can put some.
And that will remain after the Archon like breaks free.
No, she says that the way she
So
sees
we
it, like
can't
the-
be there until the field drops.
No, because but then she's gonna drop the field and give you like the opportunity to go ahead and,
okay.
do so. So yeah,
So we have to start outside of it.
yeah, exactly. But
to start
after
outside.
that, you can do whatever you want.
So,
so
question.
Everybody has Death Ward. And I think I should go with bless on everybody at the beginning, just
Yeah.
as a go-to.
Yeah, I'm gonna cast Death Ward on myself.
I cast it on the three of us.
And okay, you are casting Bless on everyone.
Yep.
Let me change the map here. Okay.
She casts a spell on herself, and like she becomes like there's some kind of a semi-transparent, gleaming armor on her.
Talking
So,
about semi-transparent,
it's,
I cast invisibility on myself.
Okay.
I can cast Protection from Energy. I don't know if that's a good idea or not.
It might be a good idea on yourself. If you want to
Okay.
take resistance to fire.
How large is your Dragonet, Haldrath?
I'm not casting the
Yeah, no.
Dragonlance.
No.
It was Death Ward instead of the Dragonet.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
And
By request from Paladin himself.
I love that you say that. Okay, and Arista's with you as well, so she's gonna.
And
be
she's
there.
also blessed.
Oh, thank you.
Remind me, Daniel, I have Bless.
And Death Ward.
What do you think? Protection from energy, or
Me
I
too.
risk it for with a haste?
I think protection from good and evil might be better if you're gonna.
That's disadvantage. It's not going to help me with the spells.
What was the other one? Risk it with?
Haste.
Haste.
Haste. It seems like it would drop on you and you would get exhausted.
Yeah, last time it dropped on me and I got stunned and it wasn't nice.
Yeah.
Elena, remind me, we are using flank rules. Okay.
I don't use flanking rules. Now
I'll
I
do it.
should. Now that I've seen some other streams, the unexpectables using them. But I don't know. You know, it's like I know their modified rule, which is a +2, but I still feel like combat becomes this kind of a weird chess match.
No, it's okay.
Of trying to position yourself, and it's like, you know.
It's not the idea to change the rules of the game that we are playing. It's just I can't
Yeah.
remember which
No,
rules are we
but I
are.
have to be but I have to be honest. Like I've been thinking about it because it's like, you know, one of those things that I don't think about it because I'm not that kind of player, but I can see that other players could get a lot of enjoyment out of it. So
By the
it
way,
would be
if you are
something we can
seeing
talk
us, hi Monty, hi Bosco, hi everyone.
Hi! Yeah, they're so good. Such a great source of inspiration. Yeah, Expectables. Definitely very, very recommended. Okay.
Before
And-
we go, I'm going to cast Goodberry,
Okay.
and I'm going to hand everyone. So there are 10,
So yeah, 2 for
2
everybody.
each. And I'm going to cast also on myself protection from energy, fire.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, sounds
Goodberry,
good.
what did?
Goodberry
1 hit point.
brings you
action.
1 hit point.
I'm sorry?
So if you fall, you eat one, you give someone 1 good berry, and you go 1 hit point up.
Gotcha.
Okay.
We know. Did we see another spell from it
Let me check.
aside from the?
I feel like it had attacks, like it had ranged blasts and things. I don't remember anything in melee in particular, but Meteor Storm was sort of the big one, and that it did it, I think, 2 times.
2
Yep.
times. Yeah.
All right, yeah. I'm thinking like it is like a good use of the protection from energy in case, like, I don't know, lightning swarm, and it's like, oh no, fuck, and you get electrocuted. But if we saw meteor swarm, is yeah, I'm going to cast it as well.
Okay. Sure. So.
I need to do a little zoom out because we are very far away, everyone.
I don't want to make it easier.
Which type
I mean,
of which
Meteor
type of
Swarm has
energy
such
do you-
wild range.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think the map is big enough for us to be out of range, and it's 4 meteors.
Yep.
So, I honestly think clumping around the paladin is better.
If it's Dex, the dodge action helps here.
Yep.
So remember that if you are not in range and you are not going to do something significant, maybe dodging is a good idea.
Especially the rogue that has a bonus action can
Yeah.
use a bonus.
I have evasion, and evasion is not.
you can't dodge as
No?
the monk can dodge as a bonus action.
Oh,
The
okay,
monk
sorry.
can-
and key.
I have cunning action, and that's hide, and I can't remember the another one.
Yeah.
Dash and disengage.
Disengage. That one.
So yeah, I am on the range of the mushrooms on here,
Let me check.
or should that be further?
Let me check. That'd be 10, 20. No, you're still within range of this mushroom. It's 20 feet from each mushroom, the field.
What about me?
So, you are. Let me check.
If not, I'm going to move.
You need to move 5 feet away
Gotcha.
to be away from the. Actually, 10 because.
10 up.
Creature,
Okay.
Yeah.
This structure here is a tree.
This thing here in the middle.
No, I'm standing beside something. I think that is like a tree trunk.
Yeah,
Let me.
the stump of a
where
tree.
are you? Can't
Below.
see you.
The bottom of the map.
Yeah.
Far down.
Bottom of the map. Okay, yeah, that's a tree trunk. Yeah.
So I can shoot and hide.
Yeah.
Okay.
That is true, actually. Yeah, you can.
Okay,
You
so
can.
I'm going to-
Actually, I'm gonna say that if you fire, then you can actually lower yourself, and you would have full cover, which is like, well, not full cover, but the one that gives you +5 to AC and saving throws. What's
Okay.
3/4.
3/4? Yeah, no, that's the one. Yeah.
The last thing that I want to do, Elena, now that I'm invisible, I'm going to hide myself.
Yeah. Go ahead and roll with advantage,
Thank
and then we'll
you.
see. This is just to how well are you hidden, basically.
With advantage. So I'm rolling twice.
Exactly.
Honestly,
I think
yeah,
a 26 is good.
I'm gonna consider that the difficulty for whoever wants to detect you. So yeah.
Cover also helps with dex saves. So basically, yeah. I'm gonna try and get to cover and dodge.
Keras is doing the dax. He will be very, very still and invisible, so no one can see him.
Okay.
That was a joke.
So-
No one got it, so I'm going to feel very, very sad.
Everybody's like super concentrated on the
I
on
was
like the action. Yeah. Let's do something with this.
Yeah, I'm gonna change things, and I'm gonna be like back there, so that if needed, I can run into the aura of the paladin.
Okay. Sure. So, is everybody in? Where would you say? Okay. Well, she needs to be 30 away from the Archon. So.
For counterspell,
Yep.
I think it's
Oh, is
60.
it 60?
Yep,
60. Okay. Yeah.
So I
from
have
some
to be near.
very memorable moments in Critical Role.
Yeah, I know. But I don't know why I always think it should. Maybe I think it should be 30, because like if you're countering, you should be super close. Okay, so she's gonna be there. Orista is gonna be there. At the top, beside like the fallen tree type, and
I'm also going to be 30 feet from him.
yeah.
No, I
maybe
have
here.
do you wanna?
Where are you, Monson? Oh, you're down there.
Yeah.
I'm
Also,
going
it's
to
like super below here.
Yeah. Did you do your long rest?
me.
In Roll20, it's not updated, but maybe it is
Oh,
on.
I did it on the NTV. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's okay.
It's okay, it's okay.
Yeah. Not a problem.
Maybe up your health points on
Roll
Okay.
20?
roll 20 so we can make informed decisions
Mm-hmm.
when we look at your health bar.
Speaking of that, let me check and see if I have aid. I do have aid. I'm going to cast aid at 3rd level. Things that I should be doing more fights.
This brings so many memories back from the days of 3.5. Like high level 3.5, it was like an hour of preparing and casting spells on yourself. But Patty remembers those days. Well,
So that's a 10.
10 hit points, and let me check. I believe definitely for Giras, who doesn't have that many hit points.
Hey,
I think of the 3 of us, you're the lowest.
really?
okay.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah, I have a 1.
Okay, let me know when you are done moving and ready. So
Remind me, Daniel. 8 does
10 hit points.
That's the
10 max hit points and
okay.
10. So
It's updated the max.
Yeah.
Okay.
And D&D Beyond is max HP modifier
Yeah. Plus 10.
or override max max
modifier.
Let me see.
I believe the override is you put in a number and it sets your max at that number.
All right.
Got
So
it.
it's 8 on the original 3 because Moonsong has tough and has more hit points than everybody.
Yeah.
Moonsong was built for this.
Are you staying there then, Monsong?
What? Yes,
I
because
see you.
I have some abilities that I have to be 30 feet from him.
Alright.
All right.
So if you're going to be that close, maybe get within 10 feet of the paladin for the aura bonuses.
Okay, where are you?
right beside you. actually.
Maybe use
Yeah.
this as cover.
That's what I'm doing. Like I'm
That's
perfectly
really-
happy sharing the cover.
Yeah.
Wait, so I'm not in the correct position then?
If you're gonna want the paladin bonuses, no. If you're going to want total cover, like total cover is better than the paladin aura for dex saves. But how long you're going to be in that total cover?
That's true.
I
Let me be.
was trying to make a spread like everyone in
See,
different
here's the
places,
thing. I checked the range on Meteor Swarm. You know what the range is?
I don't want
A
to
lot.
know.
It's 1 mile.
For
Okay.
each meteor?
It's such a
Yeah.
stupid.
You can set each meteor a mile away from you.
Yeah.
And the rate like if
The
it launches a
impact zone
meteor
of
in the
the-
middle of the map, it's 40 feet.
It's
So
nowhere to be. Okay.
Yeah. The question is not whether you can avoid the meteor swarms, is how many are you going to get on your face and how many
Yeah.
can you avoid, basically.
How far away I am for?
the good thing is you
Hydra?
only if 2 meteors hit you, you make the save for one of them.
Yep.
Yeah.
How far away am I?
I need to reload.
60 feet.
Going on with the map. It's acting a bit weird.
Yeah, I also had a weird thing with the map.
Elena,
Like,
if
when I
I.
try to... Oh, there you go.
It's back. Yes.
Elena, if I move here, it's okay.
Mm-hmm. Let me check. Where?
It's pinging.
Yeah.
You'll be
it's
you'll be
no.
too close to the blue
the
mushrooms. You
mushroom.
gotta be
You
20
need
feet.
to be
Okay.
you need to be 20 feet away from them at least. If you don't wanna, if you can willingly, I'm gonna say this: if you want to, you can enter these things, but you're gonna be part of the effect. So basically, you're not gonna get the benefit of. You're gonna be basically, you're gonna have to, you're gonna lose your turn, basically your first turn,
Gotcha.
because
No, it's okay.
you're
Yeah,
gonna be surprised, quote unquote. Yeah.
I'll be done. Where am I right now? I think that there's a
Yeah.
problem in the map. It's not updating your
Reload it.
movement.
I had that problem and I refreshed and it
Yeah,
it
that-
worked okay.
I was moving the health bars and the names.
Yeah,
Okay.
that also
Not
happened
the-
to me.
Yeah. Sorry, technical difficulties.
Yeah. Not as bad as they could be. Definitely.
Give me a second to fix this. It's this enter button, not another one. No, I don't want the tutorial. Okay, can you ping somewhere, please? Okay, it's working. Sorry about that. I think I'm ready.
You ready?
Yeah.
Cast
I'm ready.
two abilities on myself. One, I gain 6 temporary hit points, and the other is Nature's Veil, where I hide in plain sight.
Sure. Makes sense. Makes a lot of sense.
I am ready.
As am I.
Okay. Moonsong, are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. So, when everybody's ready, Orista like gives you a nod, and then she makes a move with her hands, and that's where we're going to end this
No!
session for.
No!
Of course, no.
Yeah, the next one is going to be a high-level combat. It's gonna take a while, but
Yeah.
hopefully it goes better than
Exactly.
last time.
Exactly,
Oh.
exactly. So, thank you everybody. Thank you for coming. And as always, this is part 1. So you can now, if it is published, you can now jump into part 2. If not, you're gonna have to wait a little bit to see the second part of this episode. And thank you for coming. As always, leave a comment, subscribe, share, give us a like. That's how channels live and how more people can get exposed to this craziness. And we appreciate you. Thank you all so much. And good night.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye.